Adrian brought us in Chicago. Thank you. Also tonight, the State Department cracking down on the president of Colombia after he spoke on U.S. soil outside the UN headquarters in New York. President Gustavo Petro says his U.S. visa was revoked after urging American soldiers to disobey President Trump's orders. Those comments were made at a pro-Palestinian rally. The State Department saying Petro's comments were, quote, reckless and incendiary. President Trump putting a new spotlight on his political enemies. It comes after he said more will be prosecuted following the Justice Department's indictment of former FBI Director James Comey. Yamiche Alcindor has this report.
Tonight, President Trump targeting another former FBI director, accusing Christopher Wray of lying to the American public. The president posting online, the FBI secretly placed 274 agents into the crowd during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, and alleging those agents probably acted as agitators and insurrectionists. The president adding this is different from what Director Christopher Wray stated over and over again. The FBI did not comment on the president's post. But a DOJ Inspector General report last year found no undercover FBI employees were at the protests or the Capitol that day. This comes just days after a grand jury indicted former FBI Director James Comey on 2 counts, obstruction and lying to Congress.
I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial.
President Trump saying the Justice Department will likely be targeting more people.
It's not a list, but I think there'll be others. I mean, they're corrupt.
Meanwhile, Attorney General Pam Bondi, who the president has publicly pressured to go after his political enemies, saying the DOJ is just getting started.
Whether you are a current state or local elected official, whether you're a billionaire funding organizations to try to keep Donald Trump out of office, everything is on the table.
A source also confirming to NBC News that the Justice Department has issued a subpoena for records related to the travel history of Fani Willis, the Georgia District Attorney who charged President Trump in a sweeping election interference case.
And Yamiche, the president also focusing on someone who's not even in government anymore.
That's right. On Friday, the president demanded that Microsoft fire Lisa Monaco, an executive who served as deputy attorney general during the Biden administration. So far, Microsoft has declined to comment on this issue. Jose?
Yamiche Alcindor at the White House, thank you. And don't miss Kristen Welker's big lineup tomorrow on Meet the Press. That's tomorrow morning, right here on NBC. NATO says it will conduct even more enhanced vigilance and ramp up its air defenses in the Baltic Sea in direct response to drone incursions into Europe this week. Molly Hunter is in London for us tonight. Molly, what's the latest?
Jose, in the last 24 hours, police say unidentified drones were spotted near Denmark's main military base. And earlier this week, drone sightings shut down the NATO country's biggest airport. The Danish prime minister was clear, saying there is one main country that poses a threat to Europe's security, and it is Russia. A reminder, early this month, NATO fighter jets shot down Russian drones over Polish airspace, raising alarm across the continent. And today, Russia's top diplomat, Sergei Lavrov, told the UN any aggression against his country will be met with a decisive response. Jose?
We're back with the recovery effort from Helene. It's been 1 year since floods from that storm devastated the western part of North Carolina. Our Kathy Park went there to see how some people are getting creative as they try to move forward.
1 year after the remnants of Helene tore through western North Carolina, the power of water still haunts many who lived through the disaster.
Actually seeing the mountains funnel the water down directly on top of you, it's just hard to fathom.
Lives shattered overnight, landscapes destroyed.
The space that was really important to me is now gone forever.
Tristan Turner and Isaac King captured both the horror and hope through their camera lens.
We didn't really have a solid plan, but we knew what our intentions were, so we just went out and shot it.
And they took it a step further, pulling gallons of water from the same rivers that tore through communities to develop their photos.
You literally developed the film using the river water.
Yes, we used the river water as the solvent.
The film itself that you're watching is affected by the same waters of the images depicted within the image.
Chemical reactions from the contaminated water left behind chilling distortions, grainy shots of destruction and rubble, even signs of resilience.
He was a clown statue that washed out of one of the buildings in the River Arts District. People put signs up and it said hope even when the creek rises, and so that's really been kind of the through line for our project.
Their work is now part of a larger crowdsourced collective, aptly titled Come Hell or High Water.
It includes a digital portal for community members to submit whatever holds meaning for them in remembering Helene, whether that's poetry, songs, personal accounts, photos, videos.
A living archive preserving not just a historic damage, but also holding space for the memories. Kathy Park, NBC News, Asheville.
When we come back, there's good news tonight about a huge surprise for these elementary school kids and the team effort that made it all possible. There's good news tonight. So often the good news doesn't get as much attention as the bad. So every Saturday we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. And these are just some of those stories this week. In Ohio, 5th grader Lainey Ballard has been cheering on her classmates for years. But now it's their turn to cheer for her. Lainey was diagnosed with lymphoma this year, and her friends wanted to show their support by doing this, one after the other. 30 of Lainey's classmates shaving their heads to show her just how much she means to them.
It made me feel so good, and it made me feel like cancer is just nothing, and I could get through it for how much support this is for me, and it actually makes me so happy.
At this park in South Florida, 11-year-old Mia is about to meet her hero, who used to be a stranger until she saved Mia's life.
I'm so happy to know you're okay.
Bridget Addison came to the rescue after Mia fell into this lake and couldn't get out. And get this, Bridget didn't know how to swim. Mia thanking Bridget with his handwritten card. And Bridget brought gifts too, balloons, a stuffed animal, and her own card.
I wanted you to know how very special you are. Continue being the beautiful person God has created you to be.
A message of kindness from a hero who became family.
Family!
Look at this. Newlyweds Ryan and Shelby Hunter about to share a special surprise on their wedding day when something catches the groom's eye. Ryan had lost his grandfather and a close friend, but they were still there for him on his big day. That's because Shelby went out of her way to include them in a powerful way that the couple will share forever.
I wanted him to feel like seen with the painting.
It was probably one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me.
And for these kids at Hancock Elementary School in San Diego, they never expected a visit from their favorite baseball team. That's the San Diego Padres and the Bikes for Kids Foundation surprising kid after kid with brand new bikes. But the biggest surprise?
Everybody's getting a bike.
Their community was rocked by a jet crash earlier this year. But the Padres hope these bikes will bring more smiles.
I almost cried because I was so happy. I wanted to jump up and scream because I was so happy.
Third graders Carly Lyman and Riley Romero couldn't contain their joy.
It helped me cheer up because I was focused on more important things.
And now, Padres have a new fan.